Happy Thursday items and a mini catalog. So I'm super excited about this project. It was a quick project to create. New class that I'm offering that I'm going to show you the flyer for. And yeah, a couple of other little things. So comment if you're when you're joining in and say where you're from. Tell me what you up to tonight. I always love to know who's out there and where you're from. So I'm going to go ahead and face the camera down, and I'm going to start without any further ado. Hi, Kimmy. Good to see you. Okay, let's go. Hi, Julia. Good to see you here. All right. Now you might have noticed that I am facing my camera a little bit differently. My background was a little bit different. I'm always playing around with getting my lighting better and the positioning and all that good stuff. So I welcome your feedback. Let me know if you think it's better or worse or whatever, and we'll work on fixing that. All right, so I've got here the current host code. I've got a new class. It's called the Easter Bunny class, and it features the Easter Bunny bundle that's in the mini catalog. You have until February 11th to register. My project today actually features the Easter Bunny bundle. So I'm going to show that off just a little bit so you can see what that's all about. And you guys probably know Celebration is going on right now, so you get free stuff when you shop, you host, and when you join. It's the best deal ever. It's the best starter kit deal I've ever seen that Stampin' Up! Has offered. All the details are on my website, but I'm happy to answer questions if you've got them as well. I see people joining in. I barely see people's names. This tiny little phone screen. So anyway, I will definitely be checking out comments after the live so I can better say hello to all of you guys and see who's out there. Let's see what else. We also had the Makers Mojo Creative Escape event this past weekend. It was amazing. Anybody out there watching who attended that event, share what you love about it so other people know. We work really hard at these events. There's amazing content. And I shared some sneak peeks of that content this week. I showed the insides of my cars, a couple of them. Yeah. So, and then I also shared some details in email today as well with a couple of little sneak peeks. So you can purchase the After the Live event if you want. You get all the content, you get it instantly. So 5 PDFs and 5 video tutorials. So check that out and join my email list if you haven't already joined. All right, so let's show you what I have today. So just a quick look at the Easter Bunny Bundle Class to Go. So you get with the kit the PDF tutorial, a pack of in-color opal rounds, a roll of crinkled seam binding. You're going to get a free gift in with the class as well. So we're going to be giving people some of the Dainty Designs Designer Series paper. So it's going to be actually just an add-on item. You're going to be using some of this paper in the class, and you're going to get some 6x6 pieces of each of the patterns. So this is amazing paper. It's celebration paper. You do have to spend $100 in order to get this whole pack for free, which is a 48 piece pack of 12 by 12 paper. It's a huge pack of paper. So we're giving everybody some to work on their projects who sign up for the Easter Bunny Bundle class. So there's that. The class it's $46 includes shipping, $38 if you do an in-person class or you pick up your kits. And I am going to be doing a live in-person class. So if you are local to me and you want to come play with me on March 3rd, Friday, March 3rd, in the morning and in the evening, I'm going to be doing that class. So that's what the Easter Bunny Bundle looks like. And of course, I'm playing with it today, so you'll see that as well. And the celebration items that are new. So there's all the same celebration items that have been available since January 5th, I believe. And now you can get a couple of kits, some ribbon. You get 2 rolls of this ribbon if you get it, you choose it as your free item. And an embossing folder, a couple embossing folders, masks, some punches, this amazing Enjoy the Journey Designer Series paper that I have not yet created with, but it is beautiful. And then 1 new level 2 item, the Eden's Garden Bundle, which is a $50 plus bundle that they're giving away free as a level 2 item. So you do have to spend $100 to get it. So anyway, yes, some awesome new celebration items. I love it when Stampin' Up! Does that because I know if you're anything like me, you end up getting a good number of the celebration items early on, and you want some other freebies, right? Because we want to keep getting those freebies throughout celebration. All right, let me show you the project that we're working on today. First of all, here is the Easter Bunny bundle. Adorable little punch. I love punch bundles because dies are just more work, and I like punches. They make things so easy. And let's see, we're also going to be using a couple images from the Willow Tree stamp set, really just this itty bitty grass image. And on this one, we're going to be using one of the carrots. This is a celebration item as well. I demonstrated a project with this during Maker's Mojo. I never thought I would like this stamp set, but I love it. I think it's so much fun. Who wants to stamp with carrots? That's what I thought, but I have really been having a lot of fun with it. Okay, so finally, what we're making today. So there is the project. Our cute little Easter bunny, a sentiment from the stamp set, and then in the background is some of the, what is it called? Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. This is also a celebration item. You see the fun wreaths right in there. I see some people commenting about Maker's Mojo. Yay, thank you for doing that. Hard to actually see the whole comment because I only get little bits on my screen. All right, so I just love this paper. I'm sure I've raved about this paper already before, but it is just so pretty. You almost have to do nothing on your project design with paper this pretty. And we did do a club project this month that has this paper. So the back sides, of course, are pretty neutral, pretty. But the front sides with the flowers are so pretty. So which pattern do you think I used for my bunny card? Anybody want to take a guess? I don't know how you'd describe it, but I've got one of the patterns in behind, and I think you might be surprised which one I used. So here you go. I used one of these wreaths. Isn't that cool? So you get, of course, 6 wreaths on this piece of Designer Series paper, and then this pattern right there in the middle. And I'm going to tell you how I cut down my wreaths. And of course, then you can use these lovely little elements in the middle as well. So my piece measures, what did I say? 3 5/8 inches by, is it 3 3/4? Where did I put the dimensions? I wrote it down. Here we go. 3 5/8 by 4 3/4. That's what I cut it down to. And I cut it down kind of tight because it's going to be going in behind this die cut piece. And these dies, this is the picture this, picture that dies. And it cuts out all of these circles all at once. There's one other circle behind the bunny. So I have die cut one ahead of time so you can check it out. I love these dies. I think they're just fun and playful in what you can do with them. Okay, so let's get started putting the basic parts together. So I've got just a crumb cake card base and a basic white piece that's 4 by 5 1/4. This piece has adhesive on the back side already, and that's just going to get mounted straight to the crumb cake card base. The card base is 4 1/4 by 11. Did I say that already? I think I might have. And then I'm just going to go ahead and mount this piece of Designer Series paper directly to the white piece. And I'm just going to center it top to bottom, side to side. It's going to be hidden in behind. So, you know, side by side. You would never guess that it was the wreath in behind, but it just looks perfect, I think. So, I tried it with some of the other patterns, this idea, and it just, for some reason, worked really well with that oval image right there. All right, so you can see, put that right on top, and you can see it's exactly the same as the one on the left. Now, the wreath would be beautiful in different ways with it showing, of course, but I thought it was especially playful with this little bunny. All right, so we're going to set that to the side, and we'll stamp our bunny. And I've got just a piece of scrap white here. And I'm going to be stamping my bunny in Memento Black. So you did guess it was the oval, Rita. I'm surprised. I don't think I would have guessed. So you love the Dainty Flowers designer series paper. I've gotten several packs of it. I think I'm obsessed with it. And I just need to like start using it in some very generous way, like, because once it's retired, I mean, I won't necessarily use it. And I love it so much. I love this paper so much. So there's my adorable little bunny. Now there are, of course, 3 different bunnies in here, but just the one that gets punched out. So, but the other 2 are adorable and pretty easy to cut out as well. So again, the class that I'm offering is in collaboration with the Makers Mojo Creative Escape Design team. Very talented group of creators, and we've each created 1 design. So there are 5 projects that you get with the class. And we make sure we put effort into making sure you get a really nice mix of projects and different color schemes and different themes. So they're not all Easter cards, as an example. Some of them are more neutral. You can see in the stamp set, you've got some pretty neutral sentiments. I especially love this one. Enjoy all the little moments. You have a lot of that designer paper too, Kimmy. Yes, I have a feeling that we are not alone, that there are a number of people out there that are just accumulating it because it's such beautiful paper. Okay, so for coloring my bunny, I'm going to use my Crumb Cake Light and Dark Blends Alcohol markers. I've got my color lifter, and then I've also got my ivory. The ivory is going to be for my little bunny's ears. Okay, let's see what I got here. Just fix my camera a little bit. And we're going to start with doing the ear. It's actually just the inside of this ear here. And then I'm going to use the fat side of my Crumb Cake blends to just do some coloring kind of all over. And the only place I'm going to really skip is where I want it to stay white. When you use the fat tip here, the fat end, you can just cover a lot more territory more quickly. And I'm going to get this bunny's little face too, and this ear. Now I'm going to switch to the other side, which gives me a lot more control over the detail. And put some more concentrated color on some of the edges where there might be slightly darker fur. This is the kind of meditative part of it all. Kind of get lost in the fun of coloring. It does take a little bit of time, but if you watched me, you know, I've never considered myself a colorer. Not a great colorer, but with the Blends alcohol markers, I just feel like I can do it. I can do it, and I like the outcome. So this is still the light Crumb Cake that I'm working with here. So the other thing I'll say about the Easter Bunny class is that there are some projects with coloring in and some without. My project actually does not involve coloring in, and then there's one other one in the set that doesn't have coloring in, and we've used a variety of the bunnies, and as I said, a variety of color schemes as well. All right, so that's just the light Crumb Cake so far. Thank you for sharing, Sharon. You're always so good about doing that. I remember always seeing that you are one to share. You remind me to mention it as well by doing that. Okay, so now I've got the dark Crumb Cake. You can see it's a lot darker. And I'm going to use some circular motions and kind of just be near the edge. In some select spots. You can decide if you want your bunny's feet to be dark fur or, you know, whatever you wish. Okay. Comment if you are if you're a fan of coloring, and if so, what your favorite medium is. Watercolor pencils, markers, blends alcohol markers. Now I'm using the fat tip of the light, by the way, and I'm adding some more layers of color to kind of start blending the dark with the light. Each time you put down a layer of color, it sort of adds a one shade darker, which is kind of what helps it to blend, to look blended. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was kind of struggling today, thinking, what do I want to share? And I was playing around with just some things and kind of just stumbled on this. I had a couple of these die cut pieces from the picture this dies, and I literally just put it over the top of that wreath, and I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cute. And I wanted to work with the bunny set, and it just came together so fast. Okay, so now I'm starting to look like I have this out hard line on there, which I don't really want, but I also want I want it to kind of look a little bit like fur. So you can see I sort of got that look on here. So I'm going to sort of do some kind of strokes as if it were, and I probably should be doing the fine tip end. So I'm going to switch to the fine tip end. I'm trying to make it look like there's some texture in there. And then I'm going to blend it more. What is Gamsol? I see somebody, let's see. Pencil, crayon, and Gamsol. Explain to me. Tell me what that is. I love learning from other people. It's always so much to know. All right. Now I'm going to come in with my color lifter to do a little bit of blending. And actually, I'm going to start with the fine tip so I can work towards the edges first. Might have to look at the comment later. Because I'm busy doing this coloring. Asking questions and I can't see the responses. All right, so I'm kind of just going over it, and now I'm going to use the fat tip of the color lifter. Thank you very much. Remembering what I'm saying. This is the kind of thing you can work on for quite a while, depending on how much shading you want to do. I'm getting a little bit more up here. That ear to look a little bit more brown. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. And there is my cute little bunny. Cute, right?
Not necessarily perfect coloring or the best coloring, but I think it's good enough. I like it. Alrighty, so now, what next? I've got my layers here. Now, you notice I have some grass at the bottom, and there is a grass image in this set. You can see it right here. I've stamped with it and played with it a little bit, but I honestly don't love it. It doesn't look all that natural. So I actually got this tip from my upline, Patty Bennett, and she showed how you can use this detail of the carrot image to create grass. So I just loved it. I tried it on my piece and just thought it turned out so well. So I've got Old Olive, which is one of the colors that's in this designer series paper. And I'm just going to ink up this backside image. This is the full image of the carrot, and I like to have them on the same stamp. It really helps sort of to keep everything together. So I'm going to use this for the grass. Hi, Megan. So good to see you here. I need to know what you thought of Maker's Mojo. So glad you joined us this time. All right, let's see. So I'm just going to stamp some grass here at the bottom, or carrot detail, depending on if you're really paying attention to what I'm doing. That, and then I'm going to actually go over it with second ink right there, so it looks like there's some grass in the background. I'm going to do that on here as well, on the right. So there's my grass. I love that. Don't you think that's an awesome little tip? All right, and then I've got this tiny little grass image from the willow tree set, which I love. I also contemplated using these little itty bitty bunnies because I think they are so cute, but it didn't quite fit with the look. So I decided to use this grass image to kind of do some fill-in where I might need some fine tuning. I'm going to want to cover up that circle because I didn't want it to be sort of partially showing. And what I found was I felt like I needed a little bit more grass where this would give me some control that the other image didn't. So I'm just going to put a few in there. Just want to make it look like the bunny is really sitting in the grass. So cute. All right, that is it for my grass. All right, so now let's go ahead and attach this piece. Now, I have started by putting some dimensionals here. I wanted this piece popped up so you'd be able to, so it would just look like it had some dimension. So I'm going to continue adding more dimensionals to this. I obviously didn't put them at the bottom so that I could stamp on the bottom and have it not be in the way. And I want to make sure that this stays poked up. I'm using some large size dimensionals and some small mini ones. All right, now my favorite way to remove dimensional backings is to grab my little mini garbage pail, also known as an old embellishment container. And I use my paper piercing tool to lift up the backings. Makes it quick and easy. You're not fumbling with it. So whether you have fingernails or not, you don't need fingernails for this. And I think it just makes it faster. All right. Oh, hi, Linda. Linda O'Connor is here. So nice and glad to see you here. Okay, let's go ahead and put that on. It's always a little bit hard to see straight on camera. Okay, I think we got that. There we go. Pretty. All right, now we're going to attach our little bunny, and I think I'll use some glue dots for this. And I really just want to make sure that they're on this piece and not depressed down in there, so that I push the bunny down where it isn't supposed to be pushed down. So little by little, I'm going to just test out where these each need to be, and I'm going to put them on the back of the bunny, because I think that will, it's easier to tell. Okay, and then on the neck, get it on the neck. Let's see, where else? I got one on the tail, one on the foot, one on the neck, and I think that'll do it. So let's just make sure this hole is covered up. And there we go. And there's my little bunny all attached. So cute. All right, a couple additional details here. Now, I did do a sentiment on my card, and you'll see here I just cut those out. And I stamped it with crumb cake ink. Now, the other alternative I thought about was to actually use a punch to give the shape a little bit more, I don't know, interest, I guess. So for this one, I actually used this new punch, and I think I have the name on here. It's the Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch. Coordinates with a great stamp set. Do I have that handy? Somewhere around. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, it coordinates with that punch, and with that stamp set, and you can get it as a bundle. So I thought I would do an alternative sentiment with that punched piece. So I've taken a piece of crumb cake that's just a little bit longer than this one. I've already punched out one side, and I'm going to just punch out the second side. And this crumb cake piece is exactly the width of one of these wells, so it fits right in there. At least I thought it was. Maybe it was the inside piece. Okay, let's just stick that in there and punch it out. And there we go. Easy peasy, right? All right. And then we'll put a little bit of adhesive on the back side of this. And I've got my Stampin' Seal. I've got it stamped on both sides. I think there was one side I liked better than the other. I think I liked the other side better. Okay. And did I do it too tight? It's a very thin edge there. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's a thin edge, but it's fine. So let's see what we think. And you can tell me what you think. I'm going to put that right there. Do I need that extra detail, or do you like it just straight up? Comment and let me know. And while you comment, let's see if I can see the comments. Let's see. I'm going to add some of these adorable brushed brass butterflies. I love these. I thought about using the butterfly that's right there in the set, but it ended up, I don't know, just standing out a little bit too much and being bigger than I wanted for the openings that I had to work with. So I decided I would pull out these brass embellishments instead. Let's see. You like the wavy ends. I just saw Jennifer's comment. Let's see, did anybody else comment? And I see some, Patricia says straight. Kimmy says she likes the detail. Okay, I see several people are saying they like the detail. Okay. All right, detail it is. We'll use that one. Okay, so I'm going to use one of these large brass butterflies up here in this spot. There's a lot more room up in this circle and sort of an open space, so that seems like the right fit there. And then I'm going to put one up here in this circle. And then one more small one down here, saying hello to the bunny. Saying, fluttering around the bunny's nose or face or whatever. So cute, right? Okay, so now let's put a couple of glue dots on the ends of this piece. And I like to see a little bit of that opening at the bottom, not so that it's covering. I wanted it a little bit higher. So we're going to do it like that. Just like that. Enjoy the little moments, all the little moments, right? Don't take anything for granted. So there you go. I think it turned out so cute. This was such a quick little creation and design to come up with. I hope you like it. Get an extra pack of those butterflies. Yes, I think I have the pack, this one, and I have a whole additional pack. I like these butterflies. They don't work on everything, of course, as at most embellishments, but I have them when I need them, right? All right, so that is the project I have for you tonight. Just bring back my little reminders in here onto the screen to remind you. So, of course, check out the new Celebration freebies and take advantage of Celebration. The other thing I like to tell people is when you join my team and you get this amazing starter kit, it's $175 in product for $99 or $175 in product for $129, and you get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine also. So it's an amazing deal. And then you'll get your first Maker's Mojo Creative Escape event for free. Not the After the Live, so it would be the April event you would get for free if you join my team before the end of February. So something to think about. And of course, the Bunny class, RSVP by February 11th. 5 awesome projects. We will cut the kits for you. You will do the punching, of course, and use the stamp set to do the images that we used, of course. And any other die cutting we will do for you. Any other punching we'll do for you, etc. So those are the things. Those are the things going on. Okay, so let's see. Anything else on my list to mention? I don't think so. Except for, let's just switch me around so I can say a goodbye. My not so elegant background screen. That's my window out. All right, so I'm back. All right, so hope you guys liked these cards. And if you want little sneak peeks of some of the Maker's Mojo stuff, you would have seen them in my newsletter today. So I shared actually a picture of the little thumbnails of each of the first page of our PDFs. So you see the first project in the Maker's Mojo PDF. And each presentation has multiple projects in it. So I think I had 9 total, well, I don't know. It was 9 total cards and 3 non-card items in just my 2 presentations. So each of the presentations are chock full of ideas. We do that in part because we want people to be inspired to use what they have. So if we show you just one idea, then you think maybe you have to use what we used. But if we show you several, it shows the versatility of a given design. So you can use what you have on hand, right? So I love the Maker's Mojo Creative Escapes. They're just so fun to do and to share. So I'm a big fan of it. That's why I talk about it a lot. Let's see what else. Oh, and Early Bird is already, let's see, it's already live. Well, or it's going to be live in the next few days. To sign up for it, we only have a small early bird window for the April event, and then registration basically is closed for until as we get closer. Alrighty, I think that wraps it up. I will have a blog post for this project, and it'll include dimensions and supplies and all that good stuff, so you can recreate it if you want. And then the video will also be on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Or watching the replay and on Facebook or on YouTube. And please share, follow, like, subscribe, all the good things to spread the word about the crafting projects that I share. All right, guys, have a wonderful evening, and thanks for joining in. See you next time. And I will be, next Facebook Live is 2 weeks from tonight, so the 16th of February. So watch for that coming soon. All right. Bye, everybody. You're welcome. So glad to see you here, Julia.